clan Moncrief is a Scottish clan. History. Origins of the clan. The name Moncrief comes from the feudal barony of Moncrief in Perthshire. The lands of Moncrief take the name from the Monad Croive, which is Scottish Gaelic for hill of the sacred bough. The plant badge of the clan is the oak, and this presumably comes from the sacred tree. Moncrief Hill dominates the southeast Perth Valley and was a stronghold of the Pictish kings. This connects the clan with the lands of Atholl and Dundas, both of which were held by branches of the Picto-Scottish royal house. Albany Herald and chief of the clan Ian Moncrief asserted that the coat of arms with the red royal lion on a silver shield were the colours of the House of Maldon, regent of Cumbria and brother of Duncan I of Scotland, thus indicating that they were cadets of Maldred's line. Maldred himself was a descendant of Niall of the Nine Hostages, King of Ireland. In 1248 Matthew Moncreiff received a charter from Alexander II of Scotland for lands in Perthshire. Sir John Moncreiffe and William de Moncreiff were amongst the many Scottish nobles who pledged loyalty to Edward I of England. 15th and 16th centuries. Malcolm Moncrief, the sixth laird, was a member of James II of Scotland's council and received from him a charter incorporating his Highland and Lowland estates into the barony of Moncrief. He died in about 1465 and was succeeded by his son, the seventh laird, who was James III of Scotland's chamberlain and shield-bearer. The seventh laird married Beatrix, daughter of James Dundas of the Dilk, but was murdered sometime before 1475 by Flemish pirates. The three main branches of the clan descend from the eighth laird of Moncrief, who died in about 1496. The Moncreiffes of Moncrief are the chiefly line of the clan. The principal cadets of the clan are the Baron Moncreiffes of Tulier-Bowl. For the barons descend the Moncreiffes of Bandiran, from whom the Moncreiffes of Kinmouth and the Scott Moncreiffes descend. During the 16th century, one branch of the clan Moncrief joined the famous Scots Guard of Archers for the King of France and established at least three noble French families. However, the Marquis de Moncreiff was one of the French nobles who met his end on the guillotine during the French Revolution. In 1513, Sir John Moncreiffe, the ninth laird, was killed at the Battle of Flodden, as was his cousin, John, Baron of Easter Moncreiff. His son was William Moncreiffe, the 10th laird, who supported the Douglas Earl of Angus, and in 1532 was fined for refusing to attend the court that condemned Janet Douglas, Lady Glamis, to be burned to death as a witch, when her only crime was that of being a Douglas by birth. William Moncrief was later captured at the Battle of Solway-Moss in 1542 and was imprisoned in the Tower of London. When he was released, he embraced the Protestant religion and was one of the barons who subscribed to the Articles in the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland in 1567. In 1544, the clan Moncrief supported the clan Ruthven in a clan battle against the clan Charteris. The Ruthvens held considerable sway over Perth from the Hunting Tower Castle. In 1544, Patrick, Lord Ruthven, was elected as Provost of Perth, but at the intervention of Cardinal Beaton, Ruthven was deprived of the office and Charteris of Kinforns was appointed instead. The city refused to acknowledge Charteris and barred the gates against him. Charteris, along with Lord Grey and the clan Leslie, then attacked the town. However, they were repulsed by the Ruthvens, who were assisted by the clan Moncrief. As a result, Ruthven remained Provost of Perth until 1584, when William Ruthven, Earl of Gowrie, was executed. 17th century and Civil War. Sir John Moncreiff, the 12th laird and chief of Clan Moncrief, was made Baronet of Nova Scotia in April 1626. However, John was unable to support the king and signed the National Covenant in 1638. His son, also called John, personally raised a company of the King's Scots Guards by warrant of Charles II of England in 1674. This John was heavily in debt, and in 1667 a charter was secured for a family agreement whereby the barony of Moncrief was sold to Thomas Moncreiff, who was a direct descendant of the 8th Laird of Moncrief. However, the baronetcy of Moncrief passed to John's brother. In 1685 a second Moncrief baronetcy was created, in which Thomas, now the 14th Laird, was himself created a baronet by James VII of England and II of Scotland. Thomas later became Clerk of Exchequer in Scotland and Baillie of the Regality of St Andrews. He commissioned a new seat at Moncrief, which was the first major country house to be completed by Sir William Bruce in 1679. Clan chief and seat. A new seat was built for the chief at Moncrief, the first major country house completed by Sir William Bruce in 1679. It was the family seat until it was destroyed by fire in November 1957, claiming the life of Sir David Moncrief of that ilk, 10th Baronet, the 23rd Laird. This tragedy led to the chiefship of the great Scottish herald and historian Sir Ian Moncrief of that ilk, 11th Baronet. Sir David's sister, Miss Elizabeth Moncrief of Moncrief, was his heir, but declared that it was her wish that he be succeeded by her cousin, Sir Ian, the Baron of Easter Moncrief, while she retained the feudal barony of Moncrief. She built a modern country house on the site of the old seat, which incorporates the doorway reclaimed from the ashes of the burnt house. Sir Ian died in 1985, and the chiefship reverted to Miss Moncrief. On her death, the chiefship passed to Sir Ian's younger son, the Hon. Peregrine Moncrief of Easter Moncrief, his elder brother Merlin having assumed the name and arms of Hay on succeeding the mother Diana as Earl of Errol and Chief of Clan Hay. Clan profile. Gaelic name, Monad Croive. Motto, Sur Esperance. Badge, Oak. Lands, Perthshire. Origin of name, Gaelic, Monad Croive. Clan septs. Moncrief septs include Moncrief of Moncreiffe, chief branch, Moncrief of Tuliable, founded by the Rev. Archibald Moncrief, who married Catherine Halliday, heiress of Sir John Halliday of Tuliable Castle, in 1722. Upon her death in 1740, the estate passed to Moncrief. Moncrief of Band Iran Scott, Moncrief, Moncrief of Kinmouth. Spelling variations of the clan Moncrief include Moncrief, 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 and Moncrief. Scott Moncrief is a branch of the Moncriefs of Band Iran.